Hey guys, this is Ryan, and this is my week 7 video discussing body image, which is really cool because I wrote about this in my blog a couple of months ago, and so it's fresh in my memory, and I think it's a really important topic to talk about. So um, yeah, uh, things that I'm really not super stoked about myself are my height and my thinning hair. Um, I am a smidgen below 5'3". Like on a good day, or like when I first get out of bed in the morning, to take my morning pee, um, I'm 5'3". The rest of the day, I'm more like 5'2 3/4". And I'm pretty used to people being like really judgmental and kind of like shitty about my height, like constantly teasing me about my height. Because I guess even for female standards, 5'3" is below average, and it's definitely below average by male standards. I think in the US, the average height of a male is, I don't know, 5'9" or 5'10". So I'm about 6 to 7 inches below that. Um, so, yeah. But being short, it's like whatever. It's like it really doesn't matter. And I think the only reason I have a problem with it is because in our society, it's like so like built in that in order to be masculine, you also have to be big and tall. And if you're not big and tall, you know, you're not masculine. I don't know where this reasoning comes from because I've seen lots of guys that are like way taller than me that, you know, it doesn't matter, like there are different ways of being masculine and being male. And it really has nothing to do with height at all. But height seems to be the standard unit of measurement when judging someone's masculinity. So, I think there's some just internalization of that. But whatever. I mean, I can be worried about being short, or I can just not give a shit. And most of the time, I don't give a shit. Um, but that's also because you know before I was so focused on being short, and now I'm more focused on the fact that I'm balding. Um, Believe it or not, I used to have thick, luscious hair. Like, I had to go, like, to the barber shop or wherever I used to get my hair cut, I don't know. And they would have to thin it out for me. It was so thick. Now, I definitely don't have that problem. Um, and I keep it around, like, I don't know, a quarter of an inch all over, buzzed, just because I think it draws less attention to the fact that I have like a major receding hairline. But at the same time too, it's like I'm just trying to like be cool with that because I'm in my late 20s. I see lots of guys that are my age who are having like thinning hair or receding hair, and I know like I know inside it's not really that big of a deal, but at the same time, I don't know. I just miss having like lots of hair. So whenever I see guys out who are like in their 40s or 50s or even their 60s and they have like a full head of hair, I'm like, damn, I wish I had some more hair. My girlfriend, she tells me it's like not that big of a deal, but it kind of feels like a big deal to me for some reason. Um, but whatever. So being short, kind of an issue. The hair, kind of an issue. Um, but back to the short thing. Even though I am like short by most people's standards, I don't feel like I'm small. Um, and I think there's a definite difference because I've noticed lots of trans guys talking about this like short guy syndrome or little man syndrome or feeling like, you know, they have to overcompensate for being their size. And while I can definitely empathize with that, it's not something I feel myself. I don't really feel like a small guy. Um, and I think part of that has to do with the fact that I'm not really skinny. Um, I've I've always had fairly broad shoulders, and I'm just kind of, I don't know, muscular all over, but in a way that I don't have like a small frame, you know. And I think that's part of it, you know. Part of size is the illusion, you know. Like, yes, I'm short, but then I have broad shoulders, so I think that gives me the illusion of being bigger than I am. And I guess that's what I see most of the time, so I just feel like I'm bigger than I am. But then, you know, I try on clothes, for example, or I just look in a mirror and then I'm like, okay, I'm obviously not as big as I think I am. Um, so yeah, but things that I like about myself, I can grow pretty good facial hair. That's pretty awesome. I always really wanted to be able to grow like a really nice, thick, full beard, and I can, for the most part. My chin kind of stays like, I don't know, a little naked, but that's mostly due to the fact that I have very blonde facial hair. Um, so it doesn't show up nearly as well in photos or videos as it does in person. Um, but yeah, like I really enjoy having good facial hair, and body hair in general. I never thought that I really wanted a lot of body hair when I started to transition, and I was like really actually kind of dreading like having body hair. Um, but now, like, I really enjoy having some chest hair, and I have thick hair on my arms and on my legs, and I have a hairy ass. You know, girlfriend isn't too crazy about it, but you know, I kind of like it. It's kind of I feel like I kind of earned it. You know, um, so facial hair, body hair, I guess counts as one thing. I also like the fact that I can build muscle pretty easily. Um, you know, I'm not gonna take my shirt off and reveal like rippling abs or anything, but I have some like decent body strength and pretty decent shape to my body, I guess. And you know, I like going to the gym and lifting weights. I don't go on a regular basis or anything, but when I'm there, you know, I like to sweat and you know, move around. And you know, I like how clothes fit on me now, so that's awesome. Um, so yeah, I guess that's really it. Um, but I think lots of people have these like hang-ups about whatever it is, you know, whether it's your height or your weight or lack of hair or whatever, you know, like we all have things that we're like kind of not really into, but you just have to do you, you know, like I know it's hard sometimes, but it's just embrace yourself, you know, and I'm trying to like learn that lesson too. I spent a really long time not liking my body and wishing it was different, and striving for what I thought was the ideal male body, especially when I was early into transition. Um, you know, but there really is no thing or no such thing as an ideal body, male or female. We all have different things that are appealing and not appealing to us, and I think it's the more important thing and the thing that we should be focusing on is just being us, being who we are, and loving ourselves and taking care of ourselves in whatever way that is, you know? Like some people are really into, I don't know, like going jogging. Other people like to just, like go get a massage. Other people like to just sit and not do a damn thing. And you know what? That's cool. Whatever makes you feel good about your body, I feel like that's a good thing. And that's a thing that we need to be focusing on. And, body image is always going to be difficult for all of us from time to time. I've never met anyone that could honestly say that they loved everything about themselves. But I think the important thing is to try and to surround ourselves with people that love us and encourage us to do what makes us happy. And yeah, just do you. So, see you next week.